Trunks, you're good. I'm going to let you both work the top of the belt line. Let you both touch up.
Oh, boy. Because it will take a master performance to beat that Mickup, the biggest and most satisfying win of his career. That's his for the undisputed super middleweight champ.
Hurt by Sergey Derevyanchenko, hurt by Ryota Murata.
Crucial. These fights always come down to the end, so whoever's going to bear Canelo to the body, he must go to the body.
Canelo said he was looking.
Did in the second fight. Apply select pressure because as
Golovkin holding his ground at Canelo in the second fight, Canelo's backed up.
Together, Daniel, but it's been 4 years. Does it feel fresh, you think?
Here's Canelo's fought 8 times against 6 champions.
That's sharp. Maybe it's not as fast.
One thing I can say about Golovkin is he didn't fill out 160.
Trabajaste bien, te tranquilizas, luego te agachas y mueve la cintura. Y échalo para atrás,
Keep that defense tight.
Two boxing legends. He talked about Triple G wanting to establish the jab, Daniel, but he was just 2 of.
Said he needs to take some of, the game play. Bibble's a
more physical attributes at that stage does.
And one thing about Golovkin,
my book, keeping the distance, the jab, it's in the range. Golovkin's doing a good job.
Any so far?
No, nobody.
Golovkin seems as if he to create an opportunity to get.
Golovkin's doing a good job moving doing the middle of the ring.
Canelo with the nice jab.
There it is. One area Golovkin's going to have to improve on to win Canelo in each of those first 2 fights. But Canelo was the far more accurate puncher, especially when it came to.
But you can hear the thump.
This fight type of reaction after round 2.
Golovkin right here with that left hook. Kind of that hook, and then Golovkin comes back with his famous hook, landed right on the.
2 fight each other. It was interesting that Kenny told Golovkin about that. He goes, you know what? It's all fucking trash. He knows he's not going to knock me out in the first.
Paying more attention to the body. This has not been his game, especially in recent years. The first 2 fights
from Canelo.
First 2 fights,
he took again. Here's the aggression.
Been landed some pretty good shots and been making the marks on Golovkin's face already. Was that Canelo's very?
If you look at his feet, they're flat-footed. He's not much of a.
Now Canelo stepping in
with hand speed.
Guys, really, both guys are looking, trying to set. We're starting to pick it up, and Triple G really.
Yeah, so far this feels a lot more like the second.
Golovkin is the power of
power, Todd. I think it'll be the speed and the accuracy.
At least are cheering.
It's kind of keeping Canelo off base. He's not really landing in his between.
The hand right reaches to around the guard. It's really massive.
He's being outsped by the younger fighters. So
according to CompuBox,
triple left hooks. There's 3. And the reason I think Golovkin neglects the body in that, but in order for Golovkin to win this fight, he has to go down to.
See Canelo being a much sharper, much faster Golovkin, and also with the power that Canelo had proven.
What did you make of the advice in the corner?
To implement. I thought the word choice, believe in what you
age as a fighter.
At one point, he had knocked out 23 straight, plan to knock out Alvarez.
Yeah, the nature of this game. It's a young man's sport. Does Triple G know
now doing exactly what he did with
just waiting for Triple G to just come alive.
Opportunity to counter.
Any power shot of consequence.
Golovkin's going to have to let go of his hands to get respect like that. It's that the legs and the strength is not there, and that's why.
Chris, I did like in the corner of Triple G, he said, look,
Golovkin has to change this thing into alternative events to where.
With an older fighter.
Moving from the hips, moving his head, little steps over, just make movement. Not really throwing, he seems very.
Good counter shot by Triple G. Canelo rode with it.
11 landed power shots through 5 for Golovkin.
And once again, you see
get the respect of Canelo. No thunder.
What he's being presented with.
No rhythm, and there's like a lack of... He's tentative to let those shots go because he knows the faster hands of Canelo might count. Jab is not there. Time!
Round 7. It has to turn this around, and he's
seen from the big drama show. Too much respect here.
Go out on my shield. Let's go toe-to-toe.
That's what Jonathan Banks told him in the corner. You need to pick it up.
And I'm surprised at the last to the body against in his last fight against Murata. Against Durham.
It looks like he's gonna punch. Golovkin really reacts.
Right. Biding his time now. Someone's hauled Adelaide Burden here and sat her down the ringside.
Whether
going. Alvarez said he was these last 5 rounds.
Of Golovkin, that's exactly what Canelo did.
If it's the tooth and nail fight, then I'm Canelo fight. Because I want G to go like you're doing now. He gotta be forward. He gotta go forward. He gotta be first. Be ahead like I want him to be ahead.
Thanks, John.
We're not accustomed to seeing this tentative side of
Because even what we see just now, Sergio.
and that was the thing between these two. Both of them were exchanged because we didn't see no body shots in the first half of the fight, but we're definitely seeing them in the second half. I think he's afraid of getting countered with the hand speed.
And you know, it also takes a lot of...
Golovkin doesn't want to use that just yet.
Here in the 8th, Triple G has back Canelo up.
Golovkin showed a flash.
Canelo turning the tables.
Daniel.
You know, you can see why Triple G is having been wear and tearing him. He's slow to the punches. You know,
I want to see more body shots from Canelo, just like that. Rip.
Landed. He's being outworked. The ring generalship is on
the first 2 fights about as close as you could get. This one,
career in the weight class he's most comfortable in. On the other side.
In their last fight, Triple G.
A little bit more power behind those punches, backing up Canelo.
That moves Canelo back.
Golovkin has to throw here.
He is just too tired to. Maybe it's just a lot to put these combos. He sees punches. He matched the speed and power of
Awesome. He's just touching him. Back a body shot of Golovkin. But at the end of that round, getting the combinations, getting Canelo against the ropes. Canelo
applied good pressure in that round, landed his best punch of the night, and you're seeing
Mexican style versus Kazakh style. Don't let him get confident when coming forward.
It's heavy. You got to be on top for it.
First heavy body shot there by Canelo.
He needs a knockout.
Good body.
You saw Golovkin drop that right hand. He felt that one.
There's an uppercut from Triple G.
Something we never accustomed to seeing, clinching. Oh, he didn't even see that uppercut.
Left hook from...
Triple jabs from Triple G right here, but too far in between.
2 rounds left. These are on the line. It's been almost all Canelo, but the last 3 rounds have been
coming out of that round, touching glove.
Never failed to impress these guys.
Maybe he would start early and fade late, but it's been the opposite for Golovkin.
The body, Triple G's elbow tightens up. He blocks the right side of his.
Absolutely, Canelo is definitely taking over. He is definitely the Alvarez. Is doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, Golovkin
behind that jab in this round. Multiple jabs, 2, 3 jab combinations, followed
through 10 rounds, had thrown 300 fewer punches tonight.
Unleashing it with ferocity like we normally are accustomed to see.
And it seems like Triple G will need
champions in the championship round. He knocked out Caleb Plant in 11.
Sealed that guy in his boxing thing.
That wants to just finish on his feet.
The only man ever to beat Gennady.
We expected to see a classic third fight between these two.
Yeah, the only drama is the father time.
You know what, Gennady Golovkin, he has been far more aggressive in the second half of the fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we get to the second half of the fight, now he could throw caution to the wind.
It's left. Is finished.
When it's all said and done between champions like these two,